Hello students, today's topic is session number 5, set page layout. So in this session we will see setting a margin, set page header and footer, setting size of the page, fourth specify the background, next session orientation, set orientation means page orientation, hide or display guidelines, and defining the print area. So first of all, let's start with the setting margin. What is a margin? I hope you all know what is a margin. Margin is the space between your content and the edge of the page. By default, the normal margin setting are applied to an Excel sheet, which is 1 inch white space between the content and each edge of the page. Sometimes you may need to adjust the margin to make your data fit more comfortably on the page. A variety of pre-defined margin sizes are available in the Excel. Let's see. So for this, we will move on the page layout tab, and then here we will see the margin option. Click on it. So there are 3 predefined margins options are available. First is normal, wide, and narrow. And in this setting, the size of the margin is already given. This means if we will apply the normal, it will leave the margin from top 0.7 inches, 0.7 from the left, 0.75 from bottom, and 0.7 from the right. And for header and footer, 0.3 inches. Similarly in wide and similarly in narrow. If these settings are okay for you, you can click and you can simply apply. Suppose I have applied narrow. That means these settings, these margin settings have been applied in the worksheet. But suppose if you want to set your own margin, then you will go on the custom margin, and from this dialog box you can increase or decrease the margin sizes. Okay, and for this, how your page is looking like, you will click on the print preview option. So this is the print preview option. That means this is the margin area that is being left on the page. So it is quite easy to set the margin in the MS Excel. So next topic is set page header and footer. So for this, we'll go on the insert tab. As you know, header and footer are the text which is repeated on the top and bottom of the every page. That means the header is repeated on the top of every page and footer is repeated on the bottom of every page. So on the insert tab, there is option header and footer. Click on it. So you can see the header option is available, and if you move on the bottom, we can find this the footer area. So whatever if you want to write, you just click on the header cell. Suppose I am writing class 10. So if this is the next page, if I click on the next page, you can see the class 10 is appearing. Let's see on the bottom is next page is class 10. So you can similarly you can write at the bottom. This is, suppose I am writing, this is footer. So it will get repeated on every page. This is footer. Okay, so that you have already applied in MS Word. That is very quite similar like this. Next is set page size of the page. What is this? Page size, that means जैसे हम अपने पेज को जब प्रिंट करते हैं, यानी कि जब हम अपने वर्कशीट को प्रिंट करेंगे तो उस टाइम पे हम किस तरह का पेज यूज कर रहे हैं अपने प्रिंटर में प्रिंट करने के लिए, तो उसके हिसाब से हम अपने पेज साइज को सेट करते हैं. नॉर्मली जो हमारा व्हाइट पेपर होता है दैट इज ऑफ A4 साइज. So we can choose what type of paper we are using for the printing of the worksheet. So we have to set the paper accordingly. So A4 size and is the letter size. Letter size is by default selected. The size of the letter page is 8.5 into 11 inches and A4 size is 8.27 into 11.69. So whatever the type of page that you are using for printing of the worksheet, you will choose this from the page size. Next topic is specifying the background. That means as of now you can see this worksheet is filled with a white color. That means हमारे वर्कशीट का जो बैकग्राउंड है वो व्हाइट है. अगर हम इसमें कोई इमेज लगाना चाहते हैं तो we can set the background. So for this again we will go on the page layout tab and we click on the background. So dialog box will appear. It will ask you to choose the page, choose the image. Suppose I have this image. Just I'm selecting this, click on insert. So you can see this image is inserted on the worksheet. This is the background of the page. If you want to keep this image as a background, you will use it. Or if you do not want to keep this image in the background, you click on delete background. So just click on it. The background image will be deleted. Next is setting orientation. Orientation, as you know, there are two types of orientation: landscape and portrait. Again we'll go on the page layout tab. Here is the orientation option. Click on it. You will see the two options of portrait and landscape. So I hope you understand what is the meaning of portrait, how to keep it, and what is the landscape. Suppose I am selecting landscape. Now let's see in the print preview option how the page is appearing. You can see this page is appearing horizontally. And if I'll change this orientation portrait, now let's see the print preview. This page is appearing like vertical. Next is hide or display grid lines. As of now, you can see this worksheet is splitted into the number of cells. That means these grid lines are dividing this worksheet into number of small cells. If you do not want to keep this, or if you do not want to view this grid line, you can hide it. So how to hide it? You will go on the page layout tab and this is the sheet option, group, and here is the option grid line. Just click on it. Now you can see the grid line has been hidden. And if you want to use the grid line, you just click on the view option. It will get visible. Next is defining the print area. Print area is the area selected for printing. That means as much the text that I have written on this worksheet, suppose only that I want to print on the printer. So what I will do, I will set this area, I will select this area and I will set it as print area. So what will happen, only this area will get printed. So how to do it, सामने पेज लेआउट टैब पे ऑप्शन है प्रिंट एरिया और यहाँ ऑप्शन आएगा सेट प्रिंट एरिया. क्लिक ऑन इट. सो सेलेक्ट द सेल, अपना जो भी टेक्स्ट है उसको सिलेक्ट कीजिए, क्लिक ऑन इट एंड सेलेक्ट, click on set print area. Print area has been set. Now if we'll go on the print, so when you will give a print command, only this much text will get printed. इसकी जरूरत कब पड़ती है, जब अगर आपके वर्कशीट पे बहुत सारा डेटा भरा हो, यानी कि आपने 2 या 3 पेज फिलअप किया है, and if you want to print the only selected text, in that situation you will set the print area for printing. Okay, and again अगर आप इसको क्लियर करना चाहते हैं, यानी कि आप प्रिंट एरिया को हटाना चाहते हैं, तो आप क्लिक कर देंगे क्लियर प्रिंट एरिया पे. सो योर प्रिंट एरिया विल गेट क्लियर. एंड सपोज If you want something text to be repeated on each page, so what you will do, you will set the print time. जैसे मैं चाहता हूँ कि ये लाइन इस सेशन 5 सेट पेज लेआउट ऑप्शन, ये जो टेक्स्ट है ये सभी पेजेस पे रिपीट है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, इसको सेट प्रिंट टाइटल कर देंगे, प्रिंट एरिया रो रिपीटेड एट द टॉप। इसको हम क्या करेंगे, सेलेक्ट करेंगे, इसको हम सेलेक्ट कर लेंगे ऐसे, प्रिंट प्रीव्यू करते हैं। देखिए ये अगर एक से ज्यादा पेजेस होते तो ये सभी पे अपीयर हो जाए। आई होप you understood the topic, and if you have any doubt in any topic, you can ask.